Saints fans and Houdads from all over the world. It's Kyle T. Mosley here with the Saints News Network. Man, I hadn't said that in a long time, Bob. Kind of feel rusty saying it, man.
Too long.
It's been a long time. And that's Mr. Bob Rose of the Bayou Blitz. Bob, how are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing real good. Excited for all these young men. That we have an opportunity to get to know that the Saints signed through the recent draft. You, myself, John Hendricks, Ross Jackson, Brendan Boylan, still recovering from our own draft coverage. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling old covering some of these guys.
You're dating yourself. Look, I saw a guy wrote and said, can you believe the guys who were born in the 2000s are now adults? And we are dating ourselves, so we're not going to talk about when we were, but you can see the gray hair. But anyway, so Saints fans, we got a special guest with us today, and he's one of the newest members of the New Orleans Saints receiving corps, and that's none other than Gerard Bub Means. How you doing, Gerard? Oh, should I say Bub?
How you doing? Thank y'all for having me on here, man.
Good. Do you prefer to go by Bub? Is that's your nickname? That's
what I go by. Yes, sir. My name Bub Means. Yes, sir. I go by Bub.
All right. Well, look, is that short for Bubba? Because I used to call my son Bubba, then it's now Bub because he's not older now. He's like, no, Dad, you can just nickname me Bub.
That's crazy. My name used to be Bubba too. I used to be Bubba, but my siblings used to call me Bubby at one point. It changed a lot. So as I got older, it just shortened, and so it went to Bub eventually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yes,
but it's good to have you on with Bob and I. Like I said, guys. This is the newest member. He came from Pitt, right? But he also spent some time in La Tech.
Yes,
so he knows some Louisiana. He knows some Louisiana flavor in there every now and then. We'll give him some latitude that he's a Georgia boy. But he's here with us and just want to talk to you first. How did you feel about when you got the call from the Saints that they would like to bring you on?
Man, that was a surreal moment. Like, it's not even a moment I can put into words that can describe the feeling. Like, man, it was like the best I could say is overjoyed, overexcited. Like, man, I was holding back tears when I got the call. Like, oh my, like I can't wait to come out there and contribute to this win, to the team, to the win, to the culture. Like, man, it was just a blessing. I can't even explain it, man.
Awesome. How did you feel about him when it comes down to possibly sharing the room with some great guys like Chris Olave?
Oh, man, I can't wait to get up there and learn from the older guys, Chris Olave. We have another guy, Rashid. Yeah, there we go. I didn't want to butcher his last name. But, yeah, some of the older guys, some of the vets, I just want to go up there, get under their wing, and just learn a lot from them so I can be productive and just produce on the next level. They've been doing it, so I want to learn everything that I can.
Bob, we're definitely excited to have you down in the Bayou. I love breaking down your collegiate tape. But tell us, based off of your pre-draft conversations and contact with not only the Saints but other teams throughout the league, where did you believe that you were going to end up going in the draft? Round-wise, day-wise.
Well, it was up for grabs. I kind of thought I was going to be 4th, 5th round type of guy. It was talks that I could go in the 3rd round. I just was letting God take care of everything. I just put in the work. As far as the Saints, though, I didn't really have a lot of contact with the Saints. So it came, that really was a surprise when they gave me the call. I got a call from New Orleans. I'm like, New Orleans? I'm looking at the phone like, man, ain't no way. I got on the phone like, man, it's really the Saints. Like, the Saints really just called me. And, man, that's, like I said, that was just a blessing in itself. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, who placed the call? Was it Dennis Allen or was it Mickey Loomis or Jeff Ireland?
I talked to so many people on the phone, so yeah, I probably talked to all of them probably on the one phone call, and then I got back on the phone after that to talk to media people, stuff like that. So it was just a lot of phone calls. I got to talk to a bunch of people on staff, though. I'm grateful for the call.
Well, good. We're glad to have you on with us. Talk about your style, man. Why do you think the Saints chose you after looking at some of the tape? I know you had, let me get it right, 36 games total, 90 receptions, over 1,500 yards receiving, and 10 touchdowns. What was it about you that drew the Saints to say, yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy?
I just feel like my game is vertical threat. I stretch the field, so I feel like they seen that on film and felt like I could contribute to the offense in a great way. Hopefully, I just get up there and just fall right into my role. Like whatever my role is, I just want to be able to go out there and execute it to the highest level possible. So I feel like they seen that I'm just a ball player, versatile, very versatile. I've been in different offenses. I've been in dealt with different coaches, different cultures, different weathers. You know what I'm saying? Like climates, all of that. So it was just I felt like they got a versatile player that's ready to come out there and work, head down and grind.
What similarities do you see between the offense you were in at Pitt and the offense, Clint Kubiak's offense that you're going into with the New Orleans Saints?
Well, we ran a pro style offense at Pitt, so I'm assuming that we gonna run some of the same concepts, very similar concepts, because of the type of offense I've already been used to. Coach Signetti kind of prepared me for the NFL pretty well by just teaching us the offense as basically an NFL coach instead of college, and where you got to teach and you learn by position. Now I learned basically we was learning by concepts. Like everything that we was in there doing, we was learning about concepts, and all our concepts were pro concepts. So whenever I get on a meeting or I get on a Zoom or I'm watching film, I already know what concepts are being ran. They just call it a different thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have to learn a lot of the different defenses that you went up against in Pitt? Do you feel like those were similar to some of the defenses that you're going to face in the National Football?
Yes, sir. I believe that at Pitt, we practice against press man quarters, press quarters all the time. That was our whole defense, was press quarters. So they was press man all in our face. You got to get off the gym every day. And then in the game, we played a bunch of press, but we played different schemes, such as some teams play with 3 safeties on top of the field, but some teams play a lot of cover 2. Some teams play a lot more bump and run, press bail. Some teams play off. So I feel like I'm just prepared to play against any defense. I've learned a lot. I've played against a lot of defenses, so I have experience. And not only do I have experience, but I actually love studying. Like I get in there and watch a defense. Okay, this is how he do something. This is how he do something. Okay, cool. So now I know that should work. This play should be open because this is how they run their defense, or this is how their defense is structured. I've learned to evolve my game and evolve my film study so I can really, really take a deep dive into the game.
Nice. Most people that do our job, and I know Kyle hates it, but it's natural to make comparisons when a young man such as yourself gets drafted. But if you were an analyst watching Bub Means, tell us, is there a past or current NFL receiver that you would remind you of?
It's crazy. I seen a video and it said something about me and Michael Thomas had real similar
Really?
really similar receivers. So that was kind of funny when I seen the video, because I'm like, bro, they drafted me. So I knew it was going to be a lot of Michael Thomas comparisons. But actually,
you're a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean a lot faster than Mike Thomas. You definitely have that on him.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say Michael Thomas is a big receiver that I can say he makes plays. I could see some of the similarities in our game, but I kind of I don't really model my game after anybody, but I kind of take little things from a lot of receivers in the league. AJ Brown, he's a bigger receiver. Jamar Chase, he's not a little receiver. People like that, I just kind of study. Calvin Ridley, he run elite routes. Jerry Jeudy, elite routes. Me and Amari Cooper around the same size. So I kind of study a lot of receivers in the game and just try to take little tips and tricks from them. But I don't feel like I feel like I can do it all. So.
Well, I'm kind of curious. Have you had any conversations one-on-ones with Clint Kubiak yet? Has that just been kind of surface conversations thus far?
There's been surface conversations so far.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
so nobody has really sat you down and say, all right, we'd like for you to kind of work on these things when you first get into the building next week?
I talked to Coach Dub a few times. Like, we talked about how the mentality of the room and what we gonna do when we get there, but we ain't really like focus and sit down and have a meeting yet about like, oh, we're gonna have you playing this. This is your role. This is what you need to study. This is what, you know what I'm saying. We ain't had that exact conversation yet, but we've been talking, and I understand like the mentality of the room and stuff like that. So me and Coach Dub been talking a little bit.
Good.
Bob, a few years ago when you made the decision to transfer from Louisiana Tech, why Pitt? What attracted you to the Pitt Panthers?
Coach Underwood. Coach Underwood, that's my dog, man. No cap. He actually the assistant receiver coach for the Patriots right now, but he was the receiver coach at Pitt. And actually, I met him transferring the first time when I was transferring from Tennessee. He was at Rutgers, and so we actually kind of hit it off then. Like, we had a great relationship, and I wanted to be coached by him because he's been where I wanted to be at, and he understood what it takes and what I need to do to get there. So I already had that on my mind. So I wanted to be coached by him, but it didn't fall through the first time. So when I was transferring from my Tech, and I got a chance to be coached by him again, and they was coming off an ACC championship, a Bolitnikoff Award winner. Like, I felt like it was a no-brainer. Like, great coach, great program, they're winning. Like, I can go be a part of something big.
Interesting. So, did New England say they were going to pull the trigger, or what do you think? Give us some back intel.
I don't know. I told you I let God take care of everything. Like, my coach, we already had a great relationship, and I talked to him at Pro Day, and I just, you feel me, we text every now and then. Like, that's my dog. Like, that's my dog. We got a bigger, like, our relationship is bigger than football. Like, that's my dog, like a mentor almost. So he chopped it over with me. He would just help me through the process, let me know everything that was going on. Like, hey, bro, you need to stay on top of this, stay on top of that, be prepared for this, he would just help me out a lot. So as far as like them drafting me though, like I ain't really hear too much about that. Like, I can't. He had no control over what was going on right there. It would have been great though. You feel me? It would have been crazy to get drafted by and play for my position coach again. But you know who that? You know what I'm saying? Who that nation? You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what they like to hear. Have you been around the Dome or seen any of the games with the New Orleans Saints where it's just the crowd gets real crazy and gets into it, and we have the best fans in the whole world?
Yeah, I know that. Come on, man. I know that. I went to New Orleans one time ever. Like, I went to I think when we was at La Tech, we played Georgia Southern in the New Orleans Bowl or something, I think a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I went out there, got to experience Bourbon Street, all that. Like, it was cool. Like, great experience, great people, great culture, great city. Like, I can't wait to get out there. I know they fans go crazy. I know the fans, man. Woo.
All right.
That's something I look forward to.
Well, good. Bob, any last questions for Mr.
One, it's been itching. I didn't know whether to open our interview with it or close our interview with it. But tell us why teams are going to regret passing on wide receiver Bub Means, excuse me.
Oh yeah, for sure. We well, when they see me making plays for the Saints and getting us all these wins, and we having all this success as a team, then they're gonna be like, dang, like, we shouldn't have passed up on him, like, because I'm one of them ones. Like, if I'm not one of them ones, I'm the one. That's how I feel. That's the confidence I got. That's the confidence I bring to the team, and I'm ready to do whatever I can to help this Saints Nation just get to the next. You feel what I'm saying? Get some wins, get some success. Like, they already have it, so I want to be a part of it.
Good. Look, man, who are some of your influences off the field? Like mom, brother, friends, who?
My influences, my trainers, Top Shelf TJ, Top Shelf Stuff. My cousin, my big cousin, Aaron Harris, he ran track professionally back in the day. So I was always like, that's why I like running, no cap, like, because I wanted to be faster than him. He ran a 9.89 on the track back in the day. So you feel me? I was always trying to beat that, but I don't know if I beat the 9.89. That's crazy.
Wow, that's blazing.
Yeah, that's blazing. No cap. He fast. My pops, just my family, really, in all. Like, my family, like, they influence me a lot. They support me. That, like, that's my why. That's why I do everything I do. Like, that's why I get up, go to work every day for my family. So.
Okay, I'm just looking at some of your measurables here. Let's see, 10 1/8 handspan. That's pretty big hands there, man.
Yes, sir.
You got some wingspan to you, 33 and a quarter arm length. You ran a 4 0.43 in the 40.
Man, I was sad about that because that was the slowest I ran.
Okay, yeah, that's what we like to hear. You know,
I was so sick about that 40. I'm not gonna lie.
maybe that's what the Saints got some background intel on you. Like, okay, we know he can run faster.
Yeah, I was sick. I ain't gonna lie. That was a bad run. I actually ran a little faster than that a few weeks before that at pre-draft training. I mean pre-combine training. But you know, I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to go to the combine. I don't regret nothing. So I'm actually pretty blessed about that. Right. I did what I could do.
Bob, I'm a track coach, so the thing I didn't even need to turn on the clock. I watched your explosion. You are an athlete, man, and I cannot wait to see what you can do once you get that fleur de lis on the side of your helmet.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Look, Bob, he almost had a 40-inch vertical, man.
Yes,
man. The vertical that kind of made me sad too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna tell you what I was going for, but I just know that was sick, and I didn't like that 39.5. But you know, I told you, like I said, I'm blessed, man. I cannot complain about nothing that I did. I tried my best. I gave it my all, and it landed me here. So,
okay, we're gonna put you on the spot now. You're gonna go solo. Tell everybody in the Hudak Nation who exactly what they're gonna get from Mr. Bub Means.
Come on, man. You getting a dog, like a competitor, a playmaker, like somebody that's gonna give his all and win his one-on-one every rep. Like I'm gonna go out and gonna give it all for Hudak Nation, the Saints Nation, the organization, the city, and the community, man. I'm gonna do it all. And we're gonna make it look good.
All right. I like to hear it.
Yes, sir.
Look, we look forward to your career, and we look forward to following and reporting and covering everything that you do with the Hudak Nation. Look, like Bernie Mac used to always say, you're on with the Saints News Network, you're family now.
Yes,
you
sir.
can't get rid of us no matter what you do. So good luck to you. I hope everything goes well with your career. Many abundant blessings. And that's Bob Rose. I'm Kyle T. Mosley, and that's Mr. Bub Means. Bub, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Sir, y'all have a good one.
You too.
Take care.
All right, good one, man.
Yeah, nice young man. I'm really rooting for him.
Well, good. Wow, I got you one-on-one, man. Just talk about a couple of the guys that you really are looking forward to kind of covering this summer, and who may have a real good chance of getting in the door and on the roster.
Well, I mean, and just like every other, analyst and fan, you have to be, just beyond thrilled at the Saints' first two draft choices. Fuaga in the first round, and of course Kool-Aid, McKinstry in the second round. I think they're both going to be, big time players for the Saints. Each ranked and considered near the top of their positions. But with New Orleans, once you get into the later rounds and the undrafted guys, you always have to look at the success that they have had previously. I mean, guys like Lance Moore, Marcus Colston, the guys we have on the team now, A.T. Perry, Rashid Shaheed, and where they came from. A couple of those guys from little known schools, and like I said, either late round or undrafted rookies. So I'm really excited for a young man like Bub, or Kyle Sheets from Slippery Rock is another kid that I really like the film, an undrafted guy. My opinion, and I think the facts back us up on this one, no team gives a better chance to late round picks or undrafted wideouts more so than the New Orleans Saints. So these guys are going to have their opportunity to not only legitimately make the active roster, but have a chance to really contribute. So I'm excited to see the competition in this room. With Michael Thomas now off the roster, there's some big shoes to fill. But you just, especially after interviewing Bob, you love the head that he has on his shoulders and the competitiveness. I mean, when you run a 4.43 and jump on a vertical almost 40 inches, and you're not entirely happy about that, to me that just puts your upside through the roof. So I'm really excited to see him and a couple other guys.
And a lot of times also, these young men, if they, people with the draft process, they say, oh, this guy's failed in the process. He slipped into that next round. He didn't quite do this. He didn't quite do that. Well, we got him. And I think the most important thing is how the Saints are going to coach him up to be able to get to the point where they need to get him. One guy I was really impressed with, and he has a great name, Kyle, the young Boston College swing guy. Yeah, I mean, he's played center. He's played both sides of the guards. And the guy has a master's already. He's smart, and you like smart offensive linemen, right? You think about Slareth, you think about Baldy, and those guys. Smart, must be doing something good. So I like to see what's going to happen with those guys. And I like the young man also from Pittsburgh State, Rico. Really, really good defensive back, and it seems like he has a good head on his shoulders as well. So, of course, we can't field everybody on the 53-man roster, but it looks like the New Orleans Saints has put out a productive 2024 NFL draft for themselves. What's your assessment?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. Again, you need those first two picks to make immediate, and positive impacts. But the other guys, Bub loved the linebacker from Texas, Jalen Ford, and the defensive tackle from Northern Iowa, Christian Boyd. They're going to have a chance to make a mark. And it feels like the Saints were really aggressive. Or really intelligent, in addressing their clear needs this offseason, not just in the draft, but free agency as well. I'm excited to see what Willie Gay, can do at Dennis Allen's defense. Chase Young, with a big year at defensive end, can line himself up for some real big money. And both of those guys are still young players too. And a lot of them are on 1-year contracts, or day 3 draft picks, like Bub. So that they're going to come in extremely hungry. And for a team in the New Orleans Saints that's missed the playoffs for now for a couple of straight years, really only a game out of the playoff race, you feel like the Saints are never going to have a rebuilding mentality, not with this current regime. But you feel like they at least checked off all the boxes on paper, to retool and to bring a boost and a shot of youth into the organization.
Yeah, they definitely needed a shot of youth. I think the Saints were second or third eldest team in the National Football League. Think about that. Wow. A lot of guys with some walkers around there. Look, Dennis Allen, going into this season, is this one of those years that he has to really put a winner into the postseason?
I believe so, Kyle. Because the culture that Sean Payton and Drew Brees established here, they shot for the mountaintop year in and year out, and even midway through last decade, those 3 straight 7 and 9 seasons, that the results didn't end, of course, how they'd like, but they were still so aggressive in the offseason, in pursuit of another championship. So when you set that highest standard, you expect to meet it. And now DA has missed the playoffs for 2 straight years, and like I said, only a game out, and you can take a look at each of those 2 seasons and see 3 or 4 games that could have easily gone the other way, but they didn't. And as Denny Green always used to say, you are what your record says you are. And right now, Dennis Allen is not the coach of a playoff team. So you have to believe. You're never going to hear it from the ownership or from the powers that be, that it's playoff or else. But you certainly have that feeling, that if Dennis Allen doesn't get this team over the hump, that it's a strong possibility that the organization could move in a different direction by 2025.
Interesting. Some names we're not going to hear. We talked about Mike Thomas being one of those, but we have not had any confirmation yet that Marshon Lattimore would not be part of the organization. Would that be a tremendous loss in your opinion, not to at least keep Lattimore for one more season in black and gold?
Absolutely, it would. And I've said many times, if Dennis Allen is in win now mode, and all indications are that he has to be, the New Orleans Saints are a much, much better team with Marshon Lattimore on it, than if he's not on the roster. And I know a lot of people, fans especially, press the panic button. When New Orleans drafted Kool-Aid McKinstry out of Alabama, thinking that signaled an end of Marshon Lattimore's tenure with the team. Well, no, not in my opinion. It would be foolhardy to trade him. Marshon is still under contract, as you pointed out, and the Saints wouldn't get any return on their, if they were to trade Lattimore now. And again, if you're in a win now mode, if you're trading one of your best players, you need stuff back. You need stuff back that's going to be comparable to help you, build a roster, or in Dennis Allen's case, immediately bolster your roster. And there's no situation where that could happen. Yeah, McKinstry was drafted with an eye to the future, but he's also going to be an immediate contributor, he's going to team with Marshon Lattimore, Paulson Adebo, and Alontae Taylor to make up what I believe is going to be the best cornerback unit in the NFL. Never say never, but I can't see a scenario where Marshon Lattimore is traded, before the Saints take the field in 2024.
We shall see. And stranger things have happened with the Who Dat Nation. And inside of the New Orleans Saints brass's offices, they have made decisions, and Mickey Loomis is always a gamer for a good deal. So we'll see what happens. But guys, the Saints are going to kick off their off-season workouts with the rookies coming in, and then the veterans going to come in, and we're going to see how some of these young guys get a chance to make their mark in the National Football League. I am Kyle T. Mosley of the Saints News Network, as well as that's Bob Rose of the Bayou Blitz. Bob, thank you as always, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. We got to do this more often. We talk to each other all the time. We don't see each other very much anymore.
Yeah. They're trying to keep me off screen, man. They say it's like every time you get on, it's like raid. The fans just scatter away. They don't. That's Kyle. So, but anyway, last thing before we get off, Bob, you have done tremendous work this off season, and I just want to tell people I'm very proud at what you have done as far as how you laid out a lot of draft profiles, and he's done it without doing it with his cell phone all the time. But guys, he's done tremendous work, and I am proud of the comprehensive coverage that you gave for the Saints News Network.
I appreciate the compliment. And at the Saints News Network, we are a team. That happens to be one of my strengths. But I mean, together, you, myself, of course, John Hendricks, Ross Jackson, we try to cover this team from every angle that we can think of. We're not overly negative, we're not overly positive, but we're realistic. And we try to be educational at the same time. So to hear that kind of compliment coming from you, who has been in this business such a long time, that means a lot to me. Our readers, our subscribers mean a tremendous amount to all of us. So thank you guys, you viewers and you readers, for that, and thank you, Kyle, for the opportunity you gave me, for your Saints News Network a handful of years ago.
Yeah, well, appreciate it, man. You do a tremendous job, man. And one thing that you're going to get from Bob is some straight up honesty in how he feels about a player, action, a coach. It doesn't matter. You're going to get it straight from Mr. Rose. And
it's too much effort to lie, man. Just be true to you.
That's what my who used to say? My uncle used to say, man, I can't remember a lot. I can't remember a lot. So it makes a lot of sense. And also, congratulations, Bob, another Hall of Fame honor that you're about to go into as well. Tell the people a little bit about that.
Not official yet, so I'm not really allowed to speak on it. Okay. But already a member of the West Allegheny Athletic Hall of Fame. For our achievements, with the girls track team back in the day. I don't want to age myself by telling the young ladies what year this was, but yeah, we were inducted as a team a few years ago. And I think it seems like that there's going to be more accolades, both individual and as a team, coming down the pike. So I'm more excited, for the young ladies and young men, that I coached at the time, because again, that's a reflection to how talented and how dedicated they were. So even, when I receive any honors as an individual coach, to me, that's just another gold medal around their neck. And, just being so proud and so honored to have called myself their coach.
Awesome job anyway. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
He's being humble. Okay, guys, you can follow us at Saints News on Twitter, Instagram, as well as on Facebook. And you can follow Bob at Bobby R2613. All these years, I finally nailed it. And you can follow me at KT Moze, that's KTMOZE on Twitter as well. And we need to get you guys engaged with us as well. The new season is here, and we got some great content coming in, not only from Bob Rose, from John Hendricks, as well as Ross Jackson. And we may be adding some new talent to the team pretty soon as well. We're going to have some co-contributors like Terry Kimball. He's going to tip off from the Pelican side during the offseason, kind of help us out a little bit. So you're going to see some of his work as well. And guys, also, we are on a new platform. No, Sports Illustrated is not dead. And we are good, and we are live, and we're kicking. We're part of the Minute Media Group now. And we are going to bring you some pretty exciting crossover that I'm very interested in having. We didn't get that from the last hosting group, but these guys are bringing into play some new technology and some new ways for us as writers to be able to provide the best experience for you as the reader. All right, so stay tuned for that. Follow us, like this video, do whatever you can that gives us some hope that we're not doing a bad job.
Please.
All right. Again, it's Kyle T. Mosley of Saints News Network. That's Mr. Bob Rose of the Bayou Blitz, as well as Saints News Network senior writer. Take care, and hey, be careful out there, especially Memorial Day is coming up.
Yeah.
You guys have fun. Take care. Bye.
Take care.